Hey guys, how's it going? So what am I working on now? Well, I got a 2015 Toyota Prius, and you guys may have watched that short that I put up. When this thing restarts, now it's a hybrid, so it runs in electric mode for a period of time, and then it'll all of a sudden engage the actual engine. The engine will start. And sometimes, not all the time, that's what was throwing me. Sometimes when it restarts, it will clatter like crazy. It wasn't terrible in that short that I put up, but every once in a while, when it would start, it would clatter like mad. The customer had gone to Toyota about it, and Toyota said, you need an engine. Why do you need an engine? Kind of didn't make a lot of sense to me, and the customer didn't want to do that. So it didn't make a lot of sense to me. So they said it needed an engine because it had coolant getting into the cylinders. All right, so last night I came and I put the system under pressure. I had it sitting in a shop. I've been out of the shop for a little bit, and there's another video where I explain what happened. So anyway, I pulled the car into the shop last night and I put a pressure tester on it. Let me show you. Now this is another thing that's throwing me. That gauge has not moved. I set it to 16 PSI and it has not moved. It's been sitting like that for over 12 hours. As you see, I got the front of this apart. Anyway, I stuck a borescope down the cylinders. I had the plugs out. I put a borescope down the cylinders to look. And you're gonna see that video in a second. As far as borescope goes, thank you McKinley Getz, appreciate it. But anyway, so here's the video of the borescope, my first check, and you'll see me sticking it down the cylinders. Sometimes it's a pain in the neck because the borescope is a flexible lead that goes down with the camera. So trying to get it to line up and go straight in the hole, sometimes it's a real pain in the neck. So you'll see me fussing with it. There's no sound during these video clips either. So let me start that here. All right, so now you see what I saw with the borescope. Now, just so you understand what I'm talking about, come over to the motor. If you look down, so you got to go all the way down in the cylinders there to get to the spark plug hole. All right, you see it. There we go. Here's a better view of it. So this way you understand what I'm talking about. Hang on one second. Now, cylinder number 2, as you could see, looked pretty wet. But what kind of wetness is it? I wasn't sure. Is it coolant? Not sure. So what I wound up doing was I rotated the motor over a bit to get those pistons all the way down. So now here's the next video where I show you with those pistons all the way down. So after seeing that, I still was not 100% convinced it was coolant. Like I said, this thing has not lost any pressure. Zero. Zero. So I was like, could it be an injector hanging open? Let me pull the injectors out just to see. So I did that. I pulled the injectors out. Let me show you that. So there I got them hanging out. And I pulled them out because I wanted to see, was the tip of the injector wet? What does it look like inside where the valves are? So I made another video. Oops, hold on. I made another video going through the injector holes to look at the valves. I only went in the first two because they were the easiest. And what I could see was, you could see the mung buildup, the carbon deposits, all that other stuff, the gooey stuff. And if an injector was leaking in cylinder number 2, that would be much cleaner, and it's not. It's no cleaner than cylinder number 1. Hang on. So at that point, since there was no change in how the cylinder, or how the backs of the valves looked and how the intake runners looked, or in the cylinder head, that is. Since they looked even. Like I said, it would look a lot cleaner if the injector was leaking. Since I didn't see any change there, I decided to go with the borescope again, back in the cylinder. So I went back into cylinder number 2. I don't remember if I went back in cylinder 1. No, I think I just went in cylinder 2. But you're going to see that video here. Now, if you looked really close at that video, if you looked at the cylinder wall, you can see the water droplets. If that was fuel, that would have evaporated by now. If it was fuel, it wouldn't look like that, but you can actually see water droplets on the cylinder wall. So this thing is ingesting coolant somehow. The reason I don't think it lost pressure is I think the engine has to hit a certain temperature, which that tells me it's not a head gasket. If it was a head gasket, more than likely, it would do it all the time. I'd be able to pressurize it and I could make it leak. I think it's got a crack in the head somewhere. And that crack is staying closed when it's cold, and then when it gets heated up to a certain point, it opens up, lets coolant go in, and that's what creates that detonation type sound, because you're trying to compress a liquid that's filling up in the cylinders. Now, when it gets fully hot, maybe it's closing up the crack a little bit. I don't know. But it's the only thing that makes any sense to me. Now, these things are also known for issues with the EGR coolers. That would not be EGR cooler. EGR cooler would be in every cylinder, and it's not. It's only in that one cylinder. So that's telling me I more than likely have a crack in the head somewhere. But now this thing has 350,000 miles on it. This is not a great candidate to take apart and inspect and see what's going on. It could have a crack in the cylinder wall too somewhere. I don't know. But I'm going to say it's not a head gasket. It's just, it doesn't make any sense that it would be. So I just wanted to show you what's going on. Hopefully I should be getting back to those videos, making them on an almost daily basis. Hopefully I can get back to that pretty soon here. There's going to be a video before this explaining what happened and why I haven't been on for the last week. But anyway, that's about it. All right, guys, hope you got something out of that. If you did, hit that like button. If you could, please subscribe. All right, have a great day. Keep wrenching.